Paolo says, or are you going to sweep over me? She replied, excuse me, please, I need to sweep, and he says, for the love of God, right? And she says, could you help me, right? Then we would stay together for a while, and he says, to help what? I already did my part, I worked the whole week, and she says, and I cleaned the whole house the whole week too, love, and he says, cleaning the house is woman's service, and I'm a man and I work outside, and if you're a woman you clean the house, men don't have to clean the house, and she says, I understand, and he says, and another, why do you have that lipstick on your face? She replied, I'm trying to look pretty for you, and so I'm asking you to help me, and he says, clean the house? She said yes, if you help me we can do something together, and he says do something together? He's going to put my cell phone on charge and send her to go sweep in another corner. Tamara says, wow, it's very difficult and I also wanted to rest, but if I rest the house gets dirty, and he complains, so I have to keep cleaning and hear men screaming. Minutes later he says, I'm going to the bar now. When he goes to pick up the cell phone he sees that it wasn't charging, and he said hey he's kidding, no battery, and he screams oh useless, look, he put the cell phone on the charger and it didn't even connect properly, for God's sake date. She says, what is this, Paul? Come. I put the cell phone on to charge, wow, I'm going to look, because you must not have seen it right, and he says, oh I saw it wrong, so look at that Tamara, you useless person, you're just good for lying on the couch and sitting without doing anything nothing, and she says, wow, that's not possible, I put it to charge the cable, it must be with a bad contact, I put it on at that time, you saw it and it says, bad contact? This must be in your head that you don't put your head to work and you stay inside that house all day and you can't see anything and you walk around like a silly cockroach inside that house, and I'm tired of you Tamara, and you want to know something, I'm going to change and go to the bar, and she says, man, it's not possible, is it that every woman is treated this way? There is no man who knows how to value all our work. I spend the whole week cleaning the house, taking care of the children, doing everything, and he never acknowledges anything, and I even put on my makeup today, and he was unable to praise me, and I am tired of it, and I need to give enough. Paolo says, I'm going to the bar, and, look, this sink is full of dishes, why don't you wash them? She stands there like a statue, and she says, there are 2 dirty glasses, and he says, it doesn't matter, in my company if I don't do something I'm punished, and here it's the same thing, it's like a service, and she says, so I'm your maid? He says, I'm not saying that, with my obligation I've already fulfilled, I woke up at 5 in the morning and arrived at 7, and she says, why did you stop by the bar, and he says, can't I have some fun? She says, can I? He says, of course you can, you don't have lipstick on your face, and she says, look Paolo, I don't know what happened to you, when we got married I worked outside and now you throw everything you pay or stop paying in my face pay, and he says, I'm not saying anything, and she says, only if I get a job, can I say it? He says, I'm just saying that your obligation is to clean the house and take care of the house and make lunch. Now it's 10 in the morning and you haven't even put a pot on the stove, and she says, if I get a job you criticize it, because the uniform is not cool, because the company only has men, because the hours are not the same as yours, because if I go to work at night you don't like it, but if I use your money you throw it in my face, and you don't. It was like that, and he says, since the beginning of time that's how the man works and the woman stays at home, and it's like that, I go to the bar and when I come back I want lunch ready, and she says, you go to the bar? If you come back, your lunch will be here, leave it to me, he'll see the lunch ready when he arrives. 3 hours later Paolo says, I hope she made something to eat, and if the house isn't clean she'll see it today, and he screams around the house Tamara, and wonders if she left. What is this? And in the note it says, I'm tired of your sexism and rudeness, no woman deserves to go through that, and never look for me again, and he says, that was all that was missing, now it's chipped.